name's Simon Carrier. I'm the owner of Sims Customs. I'm 32 years old and I'm into drifting and building drift cars. I gotta say, I was always into cars since I was a teenager. Since I bought my first car, it was an automatic when I first bought it, and it didn't take me long to fry the transmission in it. After paying someone to replace it and frying it again, I really didn't want to make that mistake again, so I swapped it over to a 5-speed, and then it held on pretty good for a while. But then the more drift cars I built and the more I went to the drift track, the more in love I felt with the sport. I wanted to start driving myself, so I eventually built the RX-7. Before that, I was in the pit crew for years. Since I was in my late teens, early 20s, I was in a pit crew for at the Cornwall Speedway for the dirt track. Just recently, the last few years, I've been getting more into drifting and eventually starting to drive, and hopefully this year will be the year where I'm gonna get a lot more seat time in, now that the car is built and can handle a day at the track.
I'm Charles Kennedy, 26-year-old from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I've been into cars pretty much my entire life. Me and my twin brother run a business with antique cars where we buy and sell them all over the world. And one day we ran into a terrible 240, which happens to be a drift car, bought it, and just chased it down the rabbit hole. I haven't ever experienced anything really like it in terms of an adrenaline rush. And the camaraderie amongst everyone, like it's half the community is what kept me coming back. When I first started drifting, I never went to a drift event. I never knew anyone who drifted, and then I went to one drift event and I got accepted into the community more around Ottawa, because I'm kind of in Ontario these days a little bit more. So they kind of welcomed me right away, and so it's pretty close. They helped me more than I thought they would right off the bat. They taught me kind of how to drift my first day. And no, I couldn't be happier. It's really close. It's a little segmented, but at the end of the day, when you're at the track, everyone's just one big team. Money is unfortunately the biggest part of all of this. It costs a lot of money to operate the car. So it breaks down to two categories. It's one, you have to be able to get your car to the shop, to the racetrack, and I guess to the shop. So you need to have truck and trailer. That has its own expenses right away. And then the car itself, you're kind of pushing them to their limits as much as possible. So it's kind of expected that you break things along the way. So just being able to save money, I don't spend money on anything else except cars in my business, and everything else kind of gets backburnered. We're lucky in Canada, we have the winter, which is it's halftime for the race season. So that you can take time to fix your car and get it running again, and you don't feel bad about missing events. But it's basically just work and fixing the car. It does get competitive with my brother. Unfortunately, he has a much better car than I do, so it kind of hurts my feelings right here just a little bit. But it's okay. Eventually, it's a good way to judge ourselves. So we're lucky enough that I have someone else that I can help. He helps me work on my car. I work on his car. But trying to be competitive with each other, it's kind of hard at the moment, just because his car is significantly faster, stronger, and better built than mine. But the old girl's trying. She'll get there eventually.
I obviously want to be better than him, so I've succeeded at that. So as long as I stay above him, but it makes it so that we both help each other build our cars. Our cars are kind of similar at this point, similar power, but it's fun to push ourselves to see who can do better. And then it's when we want to practice for competitions or something, we can just go at it with each other because we trust each other. And then a big thing is driving with people you trust. When you're driving with cars that you have a lot of money and a lot of time invested in it, you don't want to just ruin it right away. So driving with people you trust is good, and I trust my brother a little bit more than I should. So it's like a great way to start, but as long as I stay winning, it's all that matters.